Hi, hello, how are you? Good morning, happy Tuesday. This is the first vlog of the year. I don't know if it'll be the first one that I upload because I do still have footage from last year, but I do this thing where I don't upload for a really long time and then I end up scrapping all of that footage, but some of it I would like to be posted. So I don't know, I'm filming on my phone. My camera battery is not staying charged for as long as it used to, so I think I have to get a new one, but I'm gonna test out filming on my phone since I've got like a newer one and the camera is really nice. I'm thinking if I film on my phone and like edit on iMovie every night, then the vlog will just be like ready to go at the end of the week, which would be really, really nice, and hopefully I could like keep up with this a lot better this year. But it's 2025. I have a reading goal of 55 books. I read 57 last year, 58, and my goal was 50, and I know that a really big part of that was because I read 9 books of a manga series. So had I not, potentially I would have been scrambling, but it felt really good to meet that goal and meet it so early. So I'm gonna try to do 55 this year, maybe even 60, but 55 is the goal. I have finished my first book already. I read Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. My sister and I are reading the series together. I think I'm caught up with her now. She is somewhere in Empire of Storms, which I started last night. I loved Queen of Shadows. I love the like big players are kind of all converging. Aelin has her court. Dorian is free. The king is dead. The moments between them when you realize that like potentially the king, missed all of Dorian's life to protect him, to keep the thoughts of his son out of his head and the thoughts of his magic out of his head so that the Vogue wouldn't try to use Dorian. And just those moments at the end between the two of them were really, really sad. And I love now that Aedion is a big part of the story, that Lysandra is. We've killed Arobin. Her and Rowan are sort of becoming a thing, but kind of like trying to take it slow. I just really, really love this series, and that it's more fantasy than romance as opposed to ACOTAR, which is like all romance and a little bit of fantasy. I think Sarah J. Maas is a great writer. I really, really love all of her books. So I'm in the middle of Empire of Storms. I'm 34 pages in. I was so tired last night. Sunday I did not sleep well, so I tried to go to bed early last night, but it was 11 when I finally went to bed because I'm trying to walk 10,000 steps a day. This is my 4th day. So I started Saturday. I got a walking pad, which feels like great timing because it's super gloomy outside. It smells a little bit like it's gonna rain. And I just have a hard time going to the gym this time of year because it makes me uncomfortable to be outside the house when it's dark. So during the summer and like spring, fall, I have no problem going because I get off, it's still sunny, it's not gonna be dark or even starting to get dark until like after I've gotten home and I'm in the middle of cooking dinner. So it's nice to have the walking pad here at the house to use on days when I just don't feel like going to the gym. And I will probably walk at home during the week and then go to the gym on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when I can go during the day, trying to run a little bit, just do some new things at the gym. I just enjoy going to maintain my weight, not to lose weight. And so that on the weekends I can eat whatever I want. I'm gonna kind of change up a little bit of what I talk about on here. It's still gonna be about books, but there's so many other things going on in my life and other projects that I enjoy. So I'm gonna start talking about those. So today is day 4 of 10K for 30 days. I'm also in the middle of knitting a sweater. This one I have started over 3 times or twice. I started it, I got like most of the way through and I was just like, something's wrong. Something is wrong. I couldn't figure it out. So I scrapped it all the way up to the collar, restarted it, got like 90% done the second time around and was like, fuck, I figured out what's wrong. So I'm redoing it. It's going good. I'm working on the body right now. I need to make it like 23.5 inches long. This is supposed to be a gift for my cousin's wife. And I'm hoping I can give it to her this month. That's the goal. So I will keep you updated on my progress. It's going to be a Weasley sweater. She's a Hufflepuff. And then I'm going to put her, you know, S initial on the chest. So working on that. I have also set up my reading journal. I always want to call it a bullet journal, but I don't use it as like a planner anymore. It's strictly reading. So this is the one that I got from Archer and Olive. I bought it during a sale, so they didn't have a ton of options, but Archer and Olive is the way to go. I tried to use a Electrum journal, I believe is what it's called, and the pages were just so thin and they tore out really easily, and I didn't enjoy it. So my endorsement for an Archer and Olive notebook. This is my cover page. I just kind of kept it simple. I really missed doing all of this stuff in the last 2 years that I had like stopped. I have my goals, and then these are to fill in every time I finish a book. I'm gonna do them by color, so I need to do the key down here. But for fantasy, I usually use this like pinkish color. So I will color in my first one that pink. And then I have my like book covers. I messed up, that's why you can see all the whiteout. But I have Queen of Shadows here, my first book read. And then I did a Dutch door, which is when you like cut the door so the title will stay the same. And it follows to the rest of my books. And I have a little bit of space if I do make it to 60 to add more covers. Then I have my days read page. So every day that I read, I'm marking off. I am trying to read every single day, at least 10 pages. That is my goal. So trying to see what I'm doing every day, and if it's going to be a really busy day, reading in the morning for 30 minutes or keeping a ebook on my phone so that I can read in the car at any kind of moment that I have. And then this is my monthly overview. So I have January to December, and these are all the stats that I'm going to keep track of. Pages read, number of books for the whole month, how many 5 stars I read, how many audiobooks, physical books, books over 500 pages, how many standalones, how many were part of a series, how many days in that month that I read, and if I had any rereads. So for January, my entire goal is to, or my whole TBR is to just reread the end of Throne of Glass. They're quite large books. And I think Kingdom of Ash is almost 1,000 pages. So I just have those 4 books to read. I do have 2 graphic novels that I could throw in there if I manage to finish these early. I am ahead of my reading plan because I had started Queen of Shadows in December, and I will talk about my reading plan in a second, but this is my anticipated reads page. So I have all of the months, and then I just circle the date and then put down below what book is coming out that month. I feel like I'm cutting off the pages. Then I have my series tracker. So these are all the series that I'm in the middle of and wanting to finish this year. There are definitely other series that I'm still in the middle of, but I'm not sure if I'm going to finish, but these are the ones that I want to get through. Last year, I think I completed 8 series, which was really good for me. And then I have my physical TBR. So these are the books that I have already purchased and are unread. They're on my TBR card next to my bed. And I would like to clear all of these at the very least before the end of the year. And then I have BookSpot. Anytime I buy a book, I want to put it here. I want to put the cost so I can see how much I spend. And I also am going to annotate next to it whether it was like my own money or a gift card, because I did get like $125 in gift cards to Barnes & Noble. So I'll be able to see like how much I saved. And then this is my January spread. These are the books that I'm planning to read this year. I have my calendar, so every day I fill in how many pages I read that day, and it corresponds to the color of the book here. And then I have my breakdown. I do where I set my TBR at the beginning of the month, figure out how many pages are in each book, total them up, and divide them by the number of days in the month. So I don't know where it is. I think this is almost 3,000 pages between all 4 books. I divided that by 31 days, and I need to read 96 pages a day to finish all of these books on the last day. So I didn't need to finish Queen of Shadows until today, but I finished it yesterday. I finished it on the 4th. So I've already started Empire of Storms. So I'm like 3 days ahead, which is nice. And then I'm gonna try to do some like book reviews. So I have Queen of Shadows here, the title, the author, the genre, and then I'm waiting for this like star stamp to come in. And so under here is where I will put the star rating, but it's just a nice little look back for myself. So that is my reading journal. This is already 11 minutes long, so I am going to go, and I will talk to you probably when I'm halfway through Empire of Storms. Hello, happy Monday. It's almost an entire week since I updated you guys last, and originally I was ahead on my reading, but for like 3 or 4 days, all I read was like 10-15 pages here and there, so I think I might actually be behind now. I'm not 100% sure. I have to like check my reading journal and see, but I'm hoping to finish probably not tonight, but at the very least tomorrow, so then I can start Tower of Dawn, which I do have an audiobook for. My Audible credit for like this month is finally active, and I could have used it on Empire of Storms, but I remember last time Tower of Dawn is mostly from like Kale and Nesrin's perspective, and they weren't my favorite, so I would rather use the credit on that. But hopefully that means that I'll be able to listen and knit as much as possible. I am on the couch right now. I did not work. I haven't been feeling great, just like mentally feeling very blah. And I did not sleep well last night. I'm doing like 10K for 30 days, and I don't know if it's that like over exerting myself trying to hit the 10K steps, or because I ran on Sunday. But my knee started really bothering me yesterday when I was at the gym, and I thought, I don't know, I just kept running on it, and then like by nighttime and today, like it hurt so bad. So every time I was like shifting in my sleep, it bothered me, and it would like throb and twinge in the middle of the night. So I just didn't sleep very well, and because I wasn't feeling good, I decided that I was just gonna take today off and kind of like rest and recuperate. I have been on the couch the entire day. I think I've maybe taken like 600 steps. I'm not trying to hit my 10,000 today, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I've just been knitting. I'm working on the body of the sweater, like the bottom portion from the sleeves down. Hopefully I'll make some good progress on it. I mean, I have been. I just have a long way to go still, but just trying to enjoy it. It is looking so much better this time around. I'm really happy with it. And in Empire of Storms, she just like freed Skull's Bay. She got Rolf to side with her. The Mycenians are coming to her aid. Gabriel and Fenris are there, and because I've read the series before, I know all of the things that happen in the end and the fates of some of these characters, and just seeing them now and like the things that they're like hoping for and wishing to accomplish makes me really sad. But I'm loving the introduction of them, and although I'm not excited for this portion of the book, I'm excited for Fenris and Aelin to grow closer. I really love the way their relationship develops, just not the circumstances, I guess, but I'm really enjoying the book. Hopefully I can make a good chunk in it tonight. I'm like 350. I'm almost 400 pages in. I don't know how many pages are in it, probably like 600, so I might only be halfway, but I'm making progress. Hopefully I will finish it this week. Good morning, happy Sunday. I have a long weekend this week, so I was completely forgetting what day today it is, but it is Sunday, and I wanted to come on and update you that I have finished Empire of Storms. It was so good. It was, and I feel like this is something that Sarah J. Maas is really good about doing, is that you get to these moments where so much comes together, so much you didn't even realize was being plotted, and you're like, oh my god, this was mentioned, and we did talk to this guy. I can't believe that, like, I didn't make the connection then. But it's when they're on the beach and Ansel shows up, and Ilias from the Red Desert Assassins show up to pay back their life debt, all of these people, and it's one of like my favorite moments. She called in all of these debts, and these people really came because they believe in her, and it is just moments after she's been taken, and you don't know, like, if them having showed up just moments before would have been what saved her and prevented Maeve from getting to her. And my god, learning that, and I've already read the series before, but it has been almost 10 years, so it's almost like I'm reading it again for the first time. I know like the major plot points, but all of these little details I have like completely forgotten about, and learning that Maeve set so much of this in motion centuries ago, that she knew Aelin and Rowan would be mates, that she manipulated his like emotions to think that he was mated with Lyria, made sure that he got pregnant, made sure that she got pregnant, made sure that she was killed, that he was broken by the time she came to him, so that she could keep him at her side until Aelin was of age and she could orchestrate a way for them to meet each other. It's just so much, and I don't know how an author can hold all of these little plot points in her mind and then make them into these huge big storylines later. It's so good. And I have an audiobook for Tower of Dawn, but I'm not sure if I want to hold off on reading, so I've been reading this with my sister, and she's gotten hyper fixated on something else this last week, so she hasn't read like anything of Empire of Storms. And I don't want to lose the momentum that I have for reading this series, because I only have 2 books left. It's Tower of Dawn and Kingdom of Ash, but I'm reading them with her, so I don't know if I should slow down, read something else while she catches up to Empire of Storms, or if I just want to keep going. I'm gonna talk to her maybe and see when she plans on picking the next book up, or when she like starts to make progress, but it could be a while and I just don't want to wait too long. So we shall see. I am going to the grocery store. I sprained my knee. I have a brace on. I was going to order groceries so that I could just go and pick them up and not be on my leg for too long, but it was gonna be like way more money than it normally is when I go into the grocery store, and I was like, no, I'll go in, I'll go slow, I'll, you know, get what I need and come home, and that'll be like the only thing that I do today. So I'm gonna go to the grocery store, but I wanted to end this vlog, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, let me know how your January is going so far. This is my 2nd book. I might read like a graphic novel tonight, take a little bit of a break. I have another one as well. I have 2. So I might read those in the like interim of letting my sister catch up, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me know how your month has been so far, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.